Alright, YouTube, I'm Jerry. It's Egypt.
Welcome to day 12 of our Egypt honeymoon. Today is the last day of exploring on our trip. We had a 3-hour and 40-minute drive to our final destination, Abu Simbel. We stopped at the Scarab coffee shop on the way there, and as you can see, it's in the middle of nowhere. On the way to Abu Simbel, you go over the Toshka Canal. This feeds water to farmland, allowing the residents to grow crops in the desert. Once you get to Abu Simbel, it's just a short walk down this path next to Lake Nasser. At the end of the path, there's a sign that explains exactly how they moved this site. This tells you how it was moved over 4 years between 1964 and 1968. Due to the water level rise caused by the high dam. To facilitate the move, UNESCO even had to make a false mountain to put the temple into. During the move, the two temples here were cut into over 1,000 pieces, some weighing up to 30 tons, and it was moved piece by piece into this new location. And this is Abu Simbel. This site was initially carved between 1264 and 1244 BC straight into the mountainside on behalf of Ramesses II. The 4-seated statues at the front all represent Ramesses II during different stages of his reign. Unfortunately, one of them cracked and fell apart during an earthquake. This was estimated to have happened in 1248 BC. But, as Ramesses never returned, he had no idea this had happened. To preserve this calamity, UNESCO moved this part just as it was, even though they technically could have repaired it to its former glory. I'll let you decide whether you think that was a good idea or not. If you were wondering, the name Abu Simbel has nothing to do with Ramesses II. It was named after the boy who led Johann Burckhardt to the site in 1813, but it wasn't fully uncovered until 1817, which is why so much of this temple is in an amazing condition. There are loads of pictures on the inside of the walls of this temple, and most of them depict Ramesses going to battle, as this temple was to remind the locals of how Ramesses is a great leader and needs to be respected and followed. At the back of the temple, you'll find Ptah, Ramses II as a god, Amun-Re, and Ra-Harakti. The statue of Ptah on the left stays in darkness all year round, but on the 22nd of February and October, the sun shines straight through the temple and lights up Ramses II. This used to happen on the 21st of both of these months, which were Ramesses II's birthday and coronation, but due to the move of the mountain, it shifted the dates back a day. The temple next to Abu Simbel is the temple of Nefertari, who was the favourite wife out of 200 of the wives and consorts that Ramesses II had. Even though this temple is dedicated to her, 4 of the 6 statues at the front of the temple are of Ramesses. He really loved himself that much. This temple is much more feminine, with many images of Hathor and other gods inside. There are no depictions of war inside this temple, as it was to show the love for his wife and not to show power. This area was inhabited by the Nubians at the time, and Nefertari herself was Nubian, which could have had something to do with the decision to put this temple here. These wonderful temples are definitely somewhere you should visit if you're on this side of Egypt. It's an absolutely incredible place to visit, even though it's not exactly where it was intended. There's actually an airport here too, so if you didn't fancy the long drive like we did, you can always fly to Abu Simbel. On the drive back, I had to get footage of all these apparently natural rock formations that coincidentally look like pyramids. They could just be natural, but they might not be. It's definitely something I pondered on the way home. Maybe if they dug them up, they'd even find some pyramid structures underneath. Thanks for joining us on our trip to Abu Simbel. It was really great to get a chance to see this site, and I'm very grateful that it's not at the bottom of Lake Nasser. This was our last trip in Egypt, so as a parting gift, I'll be leaving you with some of the highlights from the whole trip. Thanks for watching.